Because you're at the edge. You never went.
He said protect.
And also, you never went into it. I know that much. So you're at the edge. So they're probably on either side at the edge, right? So not directly in front of you. So they're on either side.
Yes.
Okay, so they're in positions 3 and 8. No,
6. Or
6. Yeah, 3 and 6. I get a 2.
good.
Okay, so it basically blasts to your right and forward, and that is fortunately inside the circle, and so therefore the hanging, stinking mist that it kind of set up in that spot, which I'm afraid to say is visible and oozing slightly.
What a stain.
It drips basically. So yeah, that happens there, and you're kind of like, ooh, I could step into that and breathe if I wanted to. Or not, exactly. So but it didn't seem to like hate you or anything. It just kind of said, oh, you're looking at me, honk. Right? Less of an attack rather than a response of some kind. Okay, so now, Skag.
Well,
you have just seen this.
yeah, so Scab moves it away from that
Oh, yeah.
stink.
Right.
Yeah, but still try to,
Right,
the
You can move to
mission
her.
is to guard Aguk, so he tries to do that without being too, basically being not close to this stinky stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You can move to her rear position,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else? I have an idea. Yeah. These things are starting to kind of wander and stuff. What did you have in mind?
I was thinking about survival.
Go ahead.
If this is, even though it was not 81, I rolled and I have 55. So
Okay, right.
Minor failure.
Right. Again, you are probably a little confused. How can I make these things get away or something like that? They're kind of jostling around.
Really strange
Yeah,
things. Never
yeah.
seen anything like this.
Yeah. And so, therefore, the next person is going to be Aguk, who is busy. And I'm not going to let you know what's up. We have to trance for a while. And then we have the 2 brothers.
Yeah. So Gavin, Bevin pulls out the spear. Yeah, good. Turns down. Hey!
That's right. What the hell is all that? Did you see me? Oh, you didn't. Well, when I fought the other tribesmen, everybody cheered when I speared someone. What is this?
I would say because the creature tore off his shirt and so he was more or less naked.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. So I will not go into that one. But I would guess I will move forward and do a survival and see what's happening. And if I see that some of the creatures are moving towards my sister, then I will try to move up and hey.
Right. Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
Not
Mm-hmm.
if I think that they are threatening, then I will use my weapon. But otherwise, because I understand they are rather large,
Yeah.
so then I will try to herd them away.
Mm-hmm. So they are about 2 meters long, and they are quadrupeds, and they have about the mass of a heavy man. So these are smaller than cows.
Yeah.
But they are bigger than a typical goat, right there.
Yeah.
And so, but they have these disturbing faces. Their necks are too long, and these whip-like tails.
Yeah.
And they are kind of hairless and slick-looking.
Yeah,
So,
like a Komodo varan?
like
A Komodo varan? These big lizards?
no, their feet are under them, more like a cow's.
Uh-huh.
Or a tapir or a hippopotamus or something like that.
Well, still, I will try to do like a hey, go away.
No, I got you. Yeah. Do a survival.
I will use my survival. And 44, so it's good.
Oh, good. Okay, but it's marginal.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
marginal.
therefore you
I have to double check, but yeah, 55. So yeah.
right. You can tell that if you are maybe a little less dramatic about it, you can kind of direct their attention more toward you, and they seem to kind of be attracted by motion. You get the idea, the way they respond. You're kind of going, it's not normal. You can't treat them like a cow or something, but they are definitely, you can attract their attention and keep them kind of puzzled. They're looking at you, right? And
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, excellent. So I'm late.
He continues what he did, so more or less guard his sister.
Okay. You can tell the orcs are doing the same. Is Amlade going to try to think about what's going on in any way?
I mean, he doesn't really have any great skills for these things, but he could try a survival. See if
The only, if you want to take it to the mystical side, then it would be ritual.
okay, but ritual. Yeah. But he is really not the ritual guy. He's the least ritual guy you can think of.
That actually
even
makes
his
sense.
brother is twice as good at it. And he's
Yeah,
not
well,
good at
right.
it.
Yeah. You are the one, right? You've been over there with fishermen, right?
Yeah.
And
These are no fish.
right, and
These
you
guys.
you can hunt and fish, and you've never been treated as anything but that foster kid.
Yeah. He was happy his sister wanted him along, but he doesn't really think about. Well, he observes them a little bit and see what these kind of creatures are.
This would be the survival then too, as well.
Yeah, an ordinary success.
And that's not so bad though. You can pick up on what Bivin is doing, and maybe if you can get behind one while he is attracting it or things, you find you are able to kind of move them along without upsetting them. That's what these roles are about, right? So at the moment, they are not that cooperative, but you are at least able to keep them moving and distracted and paying attention to you.
Not puking.
Right. Well, we're about to get to that in a moment. There does seem to be something, hanging in the air there, right? Which I don't know. You were not there yet. Were you there to see the thing belch?
Yeah, maybe I did.
No, you were being wary and watching. Okay, so that's not a roll. So therefore, you recognize that these things, you were kind of like, look out for the. Maybe you could tell him, right? Look out for the stink, right?
Yeah.
Right. You intelligence?
testicles.
You're not bright, unfortunately. You are a big meatball.
Yes.
Times 5 is what?
50.
Roll.
66.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. All of the logic, all the deduction, all of the intuitive thought capable, you don't have it. Right. Yeah. Okay. So what does... okay. You guys are busy wrangling creatures. How about Gurm? You can see what these guys are doing. At the very least, they're going to keep the things kind of away from...
That's excellent. Good humans. Good humans. keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Speaking in
he was just
speak and tell
he
them.
was thinking in his head.
But still, though, if you want to tell them,
Which language?
Since you are humans, he will try to speak in your language, which is. No way. 92.
Oh, not a 20. Yeah, he does not return your insult, however.
He just speaks gibberish.
Yeah. But still, one thing that is good is you can tell you have all been trying to communicate something, right? Yes. So that's going on. Okay, so I would say at this point, you guys can actually keep the things from breathing on the tranced people. And since the conditions, we can get through the trance. We can.
But
we can.
I would try to. I would like to try to figure out the ritual thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm not good at it, but This would be a 0 or 5, I think. No, 22.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
What was your check?
14.
14. Oh, okay. So you guys are like the jocks, and
Yeah.
you are not. You don't do this stuff.
Nope.
Okay, so therefore, let's look at the results, right, of this outcome here. The results are, for you, was to attempt to
communicate and command.
Right, and you can get a yes/no question if you want.
Yes, no question.
Now, I will tell you are talking to these creatures.
Yeah.
You are talking to the spirits that have inhabited them.
Okay. Yes, no question.
Maybe it says etc.
But
A question with like a single word in its framework of understanding, it could reply with the right word.
no, I mean, are you enemies to us?
I believe that we have to have a role for your
Ritual first. Okay.
not ritual for the
This medium.
yeah.
But do I get any a plus for holding the staff or being close
In
to
this particular place. Hold on.
just,
The staff does
just
something
asking.
else. Hold on. I am
door.
looking at the locations. Ritual runestones.
and
I want to check the stones.
Okay. And okay.
That's what's.
But I sort of look at into this spiritual realm.
Oh yeah, this is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to get a +5.
Okay. +1. No. Let me start by rolling. +5, 52, 57, 42.
Okay, a marginal success. Yeah, so don't forget to spend your fatigue.
Yes.
And
that was 9.
right, and so you have the answer.
And
The answer is actually very interesting. The answer is
I mean, some questions it's not possible to answer.
well, it is possible. I have to put it in this thing's frame of reference. If you say so. And it's not sarcastic, it's literal.
So, just so I understand, do I, when I open my eyes and see, do I look into the spiritual realm, or I see everything else as well?
Okay, in this particular...
I just asking, but when I'm in this trance.
You see everything else, and much more clearly than you ordinarily would.
Okay.
So in a way, this whole place is on the spiritual plane with you.
Yes. Okay. And these creatures, are they moving outside from this?
Well, right
circle?
now they are shifting around a lot.
But have they moved outside these? There was a circle.
Well, remember they came up in the ground outside the circle.
Also.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If you say so, basically they have not attacked me.
Correct.
So
they are only enemies if you say they are, which also implies you could say something else.
So then, I mean...
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not being cryptic. This
No.
is just kind of the way they put it.
No, but no, I mean... can you help me find the riches? Okay, or do I need to do another?
Well,
just
I'm
one-
trying to think about it. It says.
Was it just
in
one question?
Hold on.
Oh.
That's beyond them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's beyond them. You're not phrasing. You're phrasing it as if they have analytical ability,
No, okay.
right? And they have told you whatever you say.
Okay.
They seem open to suggestion,
Yeah.
right?
Best friends.
Can you is not a command, right? It's conversation.
Oh.
These things don't converse really.
Okay.
The thing I want to say now is that let's see where you get
Yeah.
with yours.
Yeah. And I did this psychometry on one of those stones.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And is that something that I can use piety for?
Oh, in this case, yes. Wait, in first of all, there's a lot going on here. The stones themselves are going to give you the plus 5.
Plus 5.
And then also, to go here to psychometry and you have a lot more to work with than Aguk does in terms of of what's happening here. I have already told you the knowledge or impression that you already have, which in game terms means that this whole thing is an operating divine intervention button pusher, right? If you don't have divine intervention, if you don't have the invocation, divine intervention is something you can just call for ordinarily. But yes, you can summon things with this. Yeah. This thing, you can call up anything you want from Kothlin. His creatures are yours to create. You will be as Kothlin, standing in this circle.
When do I realize this?
That was something you realized as you were putting in 2 and 2 together, as you looked at it, and your trance has helped you. And now you can do the psychometry.
Yeah, so I will do that. And if I had 5, could I add piety to the roll?
That's what you were asking. No, when you do divine intervention, then you can add piety.
Okay, but then now the psychometry then with a plus 5. Yes, an ordinary success.
Okay. So it will tell you that this thing was actually created, as far as you can tell, by Kothlin himself, and that it is a place where he can speak directly into the world, or somebody can speak for him, if that makes any sense, although the vocabulary for that is kind of the same. And that in game terms, it will give you you can use the summon ritual. The rune stones will help with anything involving divination or information gathering, which is why it worked here. And finally, that rod, which is currently doing you no good at all, I will point out, because what you are doing is not affected by the rod. If you call for divine intervention here, that gives you 10 plus 10%. In fact, all the time. So he had that plus 10% in his roll, but he failed that. So I was sad.
But he didn't try to call Kothlin. Or did I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about that.
No.
Yeah, that's funny though. He called on Ilvir.
Which I don't know anything about.
Right. What the hell?
Good. Did I have anything in my horoscope? It said that his eyes will open. But it's still not noon.
It is coming up on noon now.
Yeah.
If you do all of this at noon, it's a super duper.
It's just that
Just put a little star next to everything I said.
Sure. It's just that I don't really know what our family needed. Megan, of course, knows that, but I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, this is a matter of having power in the area and being able to use the creatures of Kotlin to your advantage, not just as something to get rid of or to fear. You can create the ones you want. You can call upon the god for all sorts of different favors.
Megan the Mighty.
Yeah.
That's a good ring.
Yeah.
Summon them as our friends or as our servants.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do for my family or clan or whatever kind of system we work within. But I guess we have some sort of extended family.
Yes. Oh, yes. Quite a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I have rolled. You guys are distant to your clan head, but so you could have been like their kid or something, but you end up distant to him. So try character creation here. Sometimes it's quite an experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were just lucky you came up with birthmarks and scars.
But then I asked for this favor then from Kelk.
Okay. At noon?
At noon.
Okay. Yeah. So by then, the two of you find that...
and I guess, I mean, if I knew this about the road, then I will, of course, I've tried to set up some sort of agreement with...
Right, yeah. The two of you are fully aware that you are dealing with the same issues here. Because you actually have managed to communicate with these creatures.
I can communicate with them.
Yeah. So yeah, they are busy. You can tell that this orc has already set up a communion with the spirits, so is on the right side of the law as far as your benefit is concerned. Right. What is your morality?
I am law abiding. So
right. That's to the tune of your tribe and culture.
Yeah.
You think that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. Unscrupulous means you will take advantage of things.
Yeah, corruptible.
And corruptible.
It's about the best the orc can be.
Corruptible means that others can maybe tempt you, or something really tempting could get you. But unscrupulous means you're habitually kind of self-interested. But all of the orcs ended up being not so bad as far as this goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Time is flying. Roll your dice.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the point is that you have managed to get somewhere. Do you want to try the divine intervention?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So 96 plus, how many piety points? All of them?
I will put all of them in if that's possible.
Okay, so it is. And so drop them 96 by that amount, and what is that?
56 then.
Drop that down now by 10 more, and you are at 46.
46.
So
So I need to roll
46,
above
46 or higher.
Sure. No, 34.
Oh, no. Still, though, you did it at noon.
Yeah.
So you're going to get something out of this. For one thing, you are not going to have any chance for retaliation. So that's a good thing. I should have thought about the noon thing a second ago. Let me get back to that right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think that the way I'm going to do this is, since this is at that very special moment, you will manage a little bit. You are going to get
6 points.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. You're going to get conditions. Technically, if it succeeds, but here you're in a special time, so we are going to say that we're going to use this. You are going to get, with no roll to avoid conditions. You have to accept the conditions. So you have a task to fulfill. And that means that those who commune with everyone who, respects these spirits and the will of Kotlin is to be gathered. You're going to have to gather the community to basically create a more suitable spot here, right, for people
build some kind of
we're going to
shrine
build
or
stuff, make people should be able to visit and things and be safe here and things like that. And sadly, you have a very clear idea of who this includes, as well as your family and tribe. Yeah.
The guys without testicles.
yeah. You are now sadly going to be the
I don't mind. That was actually Amleif who said that, not Megan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I think that's your arrangement here, and you're able to tell what's going on. This is So basically, we end up with sort of a stinky group hug, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how it's concluded. Yeah. The conceit here is that Kothlin is actually just the tribal name for Ilvir.
Okay.
And then when I was looking at the animism and spiritism there, since spirits here are very Ilvir oriented, therefore, by definition, you are kind of doing naive worship, or at least observance of Kothlin anyway. So basically, there's all the different civilizational layers on this one place.
But this guy that came here, the one with
he was an Ilvir worshiper, and they are usually very small cells of very weird mystic dudes. He had used the mutation ability on himself, and he was coming to do this thing himself. He was coming for the same reasons you were. Yeah. So, yeah.
Weird dude.
Yeah.
Who is dead?
Well, actually, he has just fainted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he can join our group hug afterwards.
Well, either that or he's going to be one hell of a feast for a bunch of orcs.
Would you eat such a guy?
He seems really juicy.
Lots of fat on that one.
Yeah.
Lots of calories.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, folks, that is our Harnmaster session.